To the nation. Belligerent nations wield military force not to defend their sovereignty, but to vanquish and enslave other nations. Is resistance to such aggression worth the price of young men marching to war? Each generation must decide. If a nation wishes to perpetuate, as inviolate, the priceless privileges and blessings of independence, warfare is inevitable. Every generation must face the crucible of war. Freedom is bought and paid for by the blood of individuals who set a higher value on their liberty than on life itself. If one generation is not prepared mentally and spiritually to defend such values, if enough individuals in a entity reject the principle of freedom through military victory, liberty languishes. Despite man's zealous efforts to achieve freedom through peaceful means, wars will continue until the end of human history, when Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, reigns on earth for 1,000 years. For man to presume that he can accomplish what only Jesus Christ can accomplish in the millennium is a total disregard for the scriptures and the height of arrogance. Jesus himself declared the certainty of war. And you will be hearing of wars, armed conflict, and rumors of wars, cold wars. See that you are not frightened, for those things must take place, a part of history. But that is not yet the end of the tribulation. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Matthew 24:6-7. Only when Jesus Christ inaugurates his kingdom at the second advent will warfare be abolished. Until then, conflict, a manifestation of the sin nature resident in every person, and Satan's rulership of this world, will plague mankind. The fate of nations will continue to be decided on the battlefields of the world. A nation must prepare for war to ensure an endowment of freedom, an interim of peace, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time for war and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes 3:3 and verses 8. In AD 425, Augustine, Bishop of Hippo and antiquity's foremost theologian, affirmed the biblical principle of freedom through military victory in his letters to Boniface, chief warlord of the Western Roman Empire. Augustine exhorted Boniface to defend Mauritania, a Roman colony in North Africa, against the invading Vandals. Augustine reassured his Christian friend that he could serve in the military, slay the enemy, and still glorify God. Some, then, in praying for you, Boniface, fight against your invisible enemies. You, in fighting for them, contend against the barbarians, their visible enemies. Think, then, of this first of all, when you are arming for the battle, that even your bodily strength is a gift of God. War is waged in order that peace may be attained. Peace is the ideal environment for freedom. Freedom is exemption from arbitrary external control, the function of free will, uncoerced by threat or violence for a client nation to God, like the United States of America. Bible doctrine in the soul of believers is the foundation for freedom. John 8:32. And I will walk at liberty, or in freedom, for I seek thy precepts, or Bible doctrine. Psalm 119:45. The pursuit of biblical truth always promotes personal and national freedom, yet maintaining that freedom demands a strong national defense, a military establishment trained, motivated, and supported to defend national freedom and interests. The Constitution and Bill of Rights of the United States of America defend our liberty. Yet these cherished fundamentalists of American government would have been worthless parchment without the 6.5-year war in which the Continental Army defeated the tyranny enforced by the British Army. Today, the U.S. military still defends and preserves our precious freedom from eradication by foreign enemies. Only armies can protect freedom from armies that seek to destroy freedom. The United States, or any nation that deserves autonomy, must maintain a military force trained and equipped for war. The United States faces an impasse. During the 20th century, our foreign policy was one of an intermittent isolationism, resulting in drastic military reduction, especially between world wars and after the fiasco of Vietnam and the victory of Desert Storm. Such a policy assumes that insulating this country from foreign conflicts will secure freedom and peace. But when bellicose nations pursue confrontation, a policy of isolation and disarmament is divorced from reality. As the United States emerged from a period of isolationism preceding 1939, the handwriting on the wall spelled war. The United States sought peace, but Germany and Japan would not be deterred from their course of conflagration. Our lack of military preparedness and policy of appeasement inevitably drew us into World War II. A generation of soldiers paid a terrible price for our weakness. Yet those who fought and won that war understand and abided in the principles of divine establishment. They crushed the enemy and ensured freedom for their generation. The freedom the United States possesses has been purchased through the sacrifice and suffering of courageous men. That's what 11/11 is about, one of the things. We as a people have the right of self-determination because of military victory. We as Christians have the privilege to assemble in public worship services and to evangelize unbelievers without persecution, courtesy of the military. Since 1776, we owe an immeasurable debt to all our gallant fighting forces, especially to those who gave their lives that we might remain free people. To sustain our liberty, the people of the United States of America must observe the laws of divine establishment, which will be the next video. That is all for now. You are dismissed. My name is Benjamin, and I approve this message.